So what has happened today in Supreme Court, and the decision was given? What did the court say? Selection process is vitiated and tainted beyond resolution. So if the entire process is vitiated and tainted, who is responsible for the entire process? Are the candidates applying for it or getting selected are responsible for it? This is the question arising here. Manipulations and fraud on a large scale coupled with intention to cover up. Who did this manipulation and fraud if known to my lord and others? And coupled with the intention to cover up, who has the intention to cover up if it is known to the court? Where is the court order against them? This is the second question. Cover up the tainted the selection process beyond repair. If the selection process is beyond repair and so much tainted, why the petitioners have to wait for 4 to 6 years to go apply in the court, go to the court against the selection process? Why they have to wait for so long time? For there was a long period of gap, I think, also. And who, let us see that how many tainted, corrupt and cover up people are punished by the Supreme Court. The legitimacy and credibility of the selection process are denuded. So the legitimacy and selection process, credibility, this credibility of the selection process is responsibility of the candidate who are applying or the board or bureaucrats who are conducting this process. We found no reason to interfere the direction of High Court that services of the tainted candidate were appointed must be terminated. Obviously, if a candidate is tainted, their appointment must be terminated, and this is law and this is the justice, and nobody denies that, and everybody accepts it. There is no question regarding that. And they will be required to refund any salary and payment they received. Obviously, they must also be criminally held responsible, and criminal proceedings must also go for the tainted candidates who used the tainted method and those who used the tainted method to provide them jobs. Since the appointment are the result of fraud, so the appointments of the tainted candidate are the result of frauds, not all the candidates, and cheating. So if it is proved that they have cheated, we see no jurisdiction to alter this direction. So obviously they must lose their job, these tainted candidate. I am not worried about any tainted candidate, any corrupt people, or those who carried out the selection procedure in a fraudulent way. For the candidates who have specially found to be tainted, the entire selection process had been rightly declared null and void due to the egregious violations and illegalities where which violates Article 14, 16. Everything is violated. For criminals obviously violate everything and do everything wrong, which we know that any criminal should be punished and should be treated like that. As such, the appointment of this candidate, okay, this is very fine. However, the candidates who are already employed need to be asked to refund or reinstitute any payment made to them. However, the service will be terminated, will not be asked. Who are already employed? The candidates who are already employed, where they are employed, the present job, are not need to, or these candidates include all the candidates not refunded. I think untainted candidate do not have to refund. However, their service will be terminated. Why the service will be terminated? If you have not cheated, if you have not done pickpocket, if you have not keep stacks of cash in your homes, why you will be punished? If you are not in a selection procedure, which is a fraudulent selection procedure, but you have applied as a general candidate, as a normal citizen, because you have right to job and you can apply to any post if you are eligible for that. And then after 2016 to 2025, after that, you will be told that that procedure which was carried out in 2016 is found out to be wrongly carried out by the board, or by the selection method was wrong, procedure was wrong, everything was wrong. There were many tainted candidates. Because of those tainted candidates, you will also get some taint, and you will also lose the job along with the tainted candidate. What a good decision! And this is a decision. Is a decision or this is justice? So I am worried. I cannot differentiate between decision and justice and order. This is justice or this is an order. Furthermore, no candidates can be appointed once the entire examination process and the result has been declared void. Obviously, this is not an appointment going on, so everything is gone. No appointment will be there. Limited relief for untainted. What is the relief for untainted? Why you are giving relief? That means you are giving punishment, and that why you are giving limited relief. But that means you are punishing them and giving limited relief. Without that means if you do not do crime today, you can be punished. Let us see. As regard these candidates who do not fall in the tainted category, who have previously worked in the Department of State. Okay, those who have worked in the Department of State or autonomous body, the court said that they must be allowed to apply for the previous positions in various government departments and autonomous body. Okay. So those candidates who have previous jobs and have got a new job as in this vacancy will be able to apply in the previous job. But what about those candidates who do not fall in this category? Let us see for them. Such applications will be processed by the government department, autonomous body within the 3 months, and the candidates will be allowed to resume their position. This is good news for those candidates who has double jobs, who have left their post and have joined SSC as a teacher. It was clarified that the period between the termination of the previous appointment and the rejoining will not be considered as a break of service. The seniority will be whatever. This is good news for those candidates who are not tented and have been doing the job after getting another job, means from one government body to another body. Let us check about untented candidate without job, previous without no job. On disabled candidates, so this might be good news for disabled. The court did not interfere in the High Court directions allowing disabled appointee to continue on humanitarian grounds. Only disabled peoples are human, others are non-human. Okay, let us see. However, the court clarified that the other disabled candidates will not be entitled to the same benefit. Who are other disabled? I do not know. The court added that the disabled candidate will continue to receive wages until the selection process is carried out. These disabled candidate will be allowed to participate in the selection process if equal age elections and other concessions. Similarly, the other candidates not tented will be allowed to participate in the fresh process with appropriate age election. That means first the untented candidates who got this job will lose their job and will again be able to apply for new job. And in this new procedure, they may get job or do not they get job. This is upon their own luck. Nothing reward is given. Let us see any reward is given for those or any salary package is being given for those till they get another job. The bench held that the present observations and finding will not influence the criminal proceeding. This is danger. The present observations and finding will not influence criminal proceedings. This means no criminal actions will be taken against the corrupt, but a lot of people are losing their job. This means who is benefiting? Who is getting benefit? Obviously, the criminals are getting benefit. The bureaucrats who did the crime are getting benefited. But who are at the loss end? The loss end are the people who have lost their job, who are honest, who did nothing. That means this is dangerous. The court will also hear separately specially petition filed by the state of West Bengal against the High Court directions for CBI investigations on April 4. So why there is a need to hear against the CBI investigation if you want to, because you do not want to punish the criminals. Is that so? Is that so that you do not want to punish the criminals? You are leaving the people. You are saying that there will be no punishment for the tented one. What is this means? That the bench held that the present observations and finding will not influence criminal proceeding. This will not influence criminal proceeding. Why it will not influence criminal proceeding? I do not know. Which I want to know. This means it must be followed by criminal proceeding, and all the people who are tented and who are involved because of many people are losing their job. Honest people are losing their job. Why they are going unpunished? Why tented are going unpunished, and why no criminal proceeding? I do not know. There are 5 main categories of stakeholders with the court: West Bengal government, West Bengal SSC, original petitioners who were not selected, representative in class 9, 10, 11, 12, group C and D, person whose appointments are cancelled by the High Court, and the CBI. These are the people who are involved, stakeholder. They are original petitioners who are not selected. But where are the petitioners who got appointment, whose appointment are cancelled by the High Court, but they are not tented? They are also petitioner, I hope. The core issue of the court to examine was how credible would be the scanned data of the original copy of the OMR sheets. Who is responsible for those scanned data of the original copy of OMR sheet? This is my question. Who is responsible for that? Is the scanned candidate, untented candidates, or the honest candidate are responsible for these OMR sheets? Since there is no concrete proof that original OMR sheets, after being collected from the candidates, were not tampered, but you have that they are tampered. You do not have proof that they are tampered, but you are saying that you do not have also proof that they are not tampered. Means I don't know what this means. Noticeably, SSC admit to have destroyed the original OMR sheet. So SSC admit to destroy. So who is SSC? SSC must lose their job. Why the untented candidates are going to lose their job? SSC must lose their job after 1 year of exam in term of exam rule. So after they have obviously whatever the rule are there, they have done that according to rule or not according to rule. The court must know. How was the scanning of OMR sheets conducted and CBI finding? Let us see. So who is responsible for the scanning of OMR sheets and CBI finding? I am asking this question. Who is responsible? Is this responsibility of the teachers, candidates who are applying for the post, or the selection board, selection procedure, person related with the selection procedure? So blah blah blah, whatever this nonsense is, we don't have to go through this. We are not interested with the corrupt, with the corruption, with the corrupt people. So whatever be the argument by the parties, let us see whatever they say. Biba Mukhia appearing for those candidates who are not selected. SSC panel. So if they are not selected in the SSC panel, after how many years they have gone and they have done the case, I do not know. And if the selection procedure is wrong or was wrong, is this people who are selected are responsible, or the board is responsible, or those tainted people are responsible? I want to leave that question to the people or the candidates who have done this case. Okay. Now, Dr. Advocate Jaideep Gupta appearing for the West Bengal SSC. I do not know what he said. I do not want to know, because SSC do not have loss. SSC is not going to have any loss. The West Bengal government is not at loss. Central government is not at loss. The loss is only for the teachers who are genuine, who are honest, who are untainted, and the profit goes to the corrupt. And this, I think, taint the justice system. And this is not any setback for any government, be it a central government or a state government. This is a completely setback for the teachers, genuine teachers, honest teachers. This is a setback for justice system. There is no justice but an order. Remember that the corrupt goes free and they are equally punished, almost equally punished, and honest people are also getting punished. So who is responsible for all this is not the business of the teachers. We found cash in the homes of politicians, bureaucrats, judges, but ever have we found it loaded crores in the homes of teachers? No. So all the teachers must come together, those lost jobs especially, and fight election against all the politicians in a new political party in West Bengal at least, to protect them, to continue their livelihood, and to show them the proper way in their own battleground.